I made a video the other week talking about Hermitcraft Season 9 from my perspective and Hermitcraft for the future perspective. And I thought what we could do is we could have a look at some of the responses. I have skimmed through some of these in the past, and obviously I hope that, you know, we're not looking at any really terrible ones. Let's have a look through the comments. I have never done this before, but I thought it could be fun. If you didn't see this video, it's available on Iskall. The fact that Iskall sees his English mess ups as fails saddens me. So I talked about one thing that stresses me out is that I do a lot of retakes because I mess up the language. And it's kind of silly, really. I realize this. I don't know why I've got so obsessed, but truth to be told, over the last few years, I've got more self-conscious about when I say something wrong. Don't get me wrong, like before 2015, if you watched a video back in 2015, I would say chest. I didn't know the difference between chest and chest. I thought that CH was you know, I thought it was weird in English that you had sheep and sheep prices and sheep on the field. You know? I think everyone at Hermitcraft started overthinking what they need to produce for the fans and experimenting a lot with setting strong content rules for seasons. I think this is true. You know, this comment is very, very true. I think we've done this. I think that we have on the Hermitcraft server set way too strong content rules. Like whatever that may be. The more that has happened, the more that I have watched Hermits burn out. The question is, okay, so the question is always this. You can say a lot of these things and it's like all good. Like it's nice to see as a content creator, like we're overdoing it, we're overthinking or whatever. But the question is it the thing where does the content get better? Basically. Does that make sense? Like a lot of people say, you know, don't overthink it, Iskall. Oh, this is silly that you think about. But does the content get better if we do think about it? I don't know. Iskall's collaborative content has always been some of my favorite. Who doesn't love that deep laugh when hanging out with other hermits? Yeah, I mean, this is great fun. I think I've thought a lot about this because a lot of comments on this page will be about collaboration, like just do things with other people, etc. But when you sit there and make an episode, it's not like you can just like you have to make an episode with a narrative, with an episode that makes sense. And maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have to make an episode that makes sense. Maybe you can actually just like, okay, well, you know, you're just hanging out with friends. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like the obsession with mega bases and completing epic builds in a single episode are a key part of the lower engagement and creator burnout. There seem to be more collabs, community events, and interactive in past seasons. These were enjoyable as a viewer because in a way we were able to hang out with you hermits. It's the people and the personalities we tune into, not just the mega builds. I miss the days of watching a base or area slowly get built up over time and expand organically with loads of interactions with the other hermits peppered in. Hearing the excitement and joy in your voices as you interacted or built something derpy that you loved was what kept us coming back, no matter how well a video was edited or produced. If the creator is just going through the motions and aren't excited about what they're doing, that's far less entertaining or engaging because we can tell your heart just isn't in it. Do what you enjoy and makes you happy, my friend. We're not going anywhere. Okay, so like, I think this is a great comment. It's a positive comment for sure. And I think that a lot of people agree with this. But the problem is, this is great for existing viewers, right? This is an existing viewer thing where when you try to get new people to start watching you, because people fall off. Like, this is the thing. Like, people grow up, people, you know, change interest, whatever. I'm certainly like that. You're like that. Everyone's like that. And so I think that's what the issue is. Like, I talked about the thumbnail battle where, you know, you want to have the best looking thumbnail and you can't. It's difficult from my perspective. If I have a build, I have a base. If the thumbnail looks the same 3 episodes in a row, I don't think that's good. But maybe that is part of me overthinking things. People are really nice. What is this idea? Play Hobocraft within Hermitcraft. Build a room/tiny base with every single hermit's bases. In every single hermit's bases. hang out and help them with stuff as if it's your mission. Be part of the. I mean, I love this. I love this idea because it feeds into Iskall, man. Imagine this. So my entire season, I just live in other people's house, and I just randomly, like, whenever they don't want to, I just say hello. Let me build your sugarcane farm, and they don't want a sugarcane farm. I mean, okay, that's hilarious. I love this idea. I think it's fantastic and really funny. I don't think every other hermit would like this, though. I think they would find it very annoying, and I think this would maybe potentially get me kicked from the Hermitcraft server if I did this. Now, you know, jokes aside, but I don't think it would be appreciated. Build terrible farms, yeah, like just like induce myself in their build and be like, okay, you know, I see that you build with brick and dark oak, but actually, I'm going to build something with acacia here. I love that there are so many great comments. There are much more great comments than negative. And don't get me wrong, like, thank you so much. Like, I love these types of comments. It empowers me. It makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel better about things. But it's also good to see comments like this. You know, this guy's saying he's not disappointed, but not disappointed, but honestly would love to see more Hermitcraft videos. Fair enough. I know you probably won't read this, but I like watching your content. Also, I don't think the mega base is required for Hermitcraft. I think it's more about everyone having fun. I mean, everyone seems to say this, and I agree. I have a thing that I need to say here. I have this rule where I don't make a video, a Hermitcraft video, if I don't enjoy making that Hermitcraft video. This is why I disappear for 2 months. This is why I'm gone for like half a year. People say, okay, Iskall, you're so unreliable. Please let us know when you're going away and it's fine, right? But this is my problem. Just like your emotions can be sad and happy and excited and not excited and tired and all of these things, my videos is a product of a human being that's very transparent, actually, and honest about my videos. Like, I cannot make I'm taking a break video because I'm not planning on taking breaks, you know? It's just that I run out of steam, or I'm not excited, or I wake up and I'm not, you know, interested in that specific thing. So when you don't see a video from me, it's because, I mean, exception is my vacation that I just took, but it's because I haven't felt like I wanted to make a video. You're very honest and raw. I'm sorry some people don't understand just what it takes. Other hermit post 1 video a week and it seems to work. I personally watch Grian every Friday. With my son, I started watching you because you are old school and real. Back to basics and uniting with other hermits is hilarious time. Nice. I watch you because you're you, not because... This is also a great thing. Like, yeah, thank you so much. Everyone saying this. You know what? Until this video, I thought it was just Welsknight who seemed to have vanilla/Hermitcraft burnout. As he was barely in season 8 or 9. I honestly don't remember Iskall being part of season 8. Regardless, you do you, Iskall. The one base I think of that you built, Plastic Fantastic, the birthplace of Bamboo Cactoni. I love Plastic Fantastic! And I never saw that as a mega base. It wasn't. Actually, I hated Plastic... Okay, I'm gonna be very honest. I mean, I hated Plastic Fantastic at the very end of Hermitcraft Season 5. I hated it. I hated it because I read a comment. This is so stupid. For those of you who don't know, I built a base where I turned all the grass and everything into concrete. Concrete had just come out, and I saw that as plastic, and I thought it was a really cool, fun project. But then I read a comment saying, like, you're just copying Super Mario builds, which, in essence, yeah, some of them were Super Mario builds, some of them weren't. I think I had a volcano that wasn't Super Mario, and a few other things, palm trees, etc. But reading that comment made me think, like, am I... And I just looked into it and I was like, wait, am I just copying something? And I just stopped. I just didn't enjoy it anymore. I'm very fragile, it seems. Honestly, the big hollow mega bases suck the soul out of it. Sure, these builds are impressive, but all it boils down to is just an inconvenient creative mode playthrough. That's head on the nail. For those of you who don't know, I'm not doing... a mega base in season 10 of Hermitcraft. I don't really know what I'm doing. I have a few ideas that I've scribbled down. But I think that's key. I think my excitement is going to be to not have a plan. So, okay, back in when we started season 7, there were discussions in Hermitcraft about the importance of having motives and plans, and the importance to communicate that in your first episode with viewers. I think this is an issue for me. People now say, you know, Iskall, you never pull through, you never finish anything, you promise too much. You know, there are a few comments of those here. We haven't seen any yet, but there are. You promise too much and you know, you lie to us. People feel lied to. But I remember when we started season 7, there was like a discussion. Okay, this is what you do to be a good YouTuber and creator. It's like you make a plan and you stick to it and you try to, like, you know, get your viewer invested from episode 1. I think that's my problem. I've never planned anything in my life. I suck at planning. I can't schedule anything. I'm terrible at it. You know, and I'm not talking about having a seasonal plan as a group. I'm talking about my individual plans. I'm going to build a business empire. I'm going to, you know, whatever, make their game. I'm going to make a mega base, blah, 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 blah. All of these things. I'm bad at it. I think I'm going to go into season 10 without a plan. Because that's more me. People say be you. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me. Let's see what else we have here. You should dry all your tears with $100 bills. ... I would do that, but we don't have dollars in Sweden. A few thoughts on what you've said. One, high view count on Hermitcraft like the dynamic with Mambo and Grian. Okay, I dislike seeing this. The high view count in Hermitcraft season 7 was likely down to your dynamic with Mambo and Grian. Together you are the holy trinity of comedy, especially the legendary end-busting streams. I think we did one end-busting with Grian and like 6 or 7 with just me and Mambo. That has been lacking in later seasons. I have asked Mambo maybe 10 times to go end busting with me, or to hang out and just have those busting conversations, the podcast conversations, because I love it. I miss it. But the man has not replied. I'm sorry. Basing with Ethan in season 8 was a great and all, but you were rarely both online together. Yeah, time zones. So there wasn't the same dynamic as there was when you and Mambo were basically together all the time. What about me and Stress? Me and Stress are, you know, we play on the same time zone. We hang out together. Mega bases are overrated. They're often huge time-consuming projects that the player gets bored of halfway through. Yeah, true. Then keeps procrastinating about finishing. You get fatigued and frustrated because progress isn't going how you want. Yeah, true. Number 3, remember why people watch your videos. It's not for the grindy builds, it's for your charisma. It doesn't matter what you're building. It's your personality and storytelling that people enjoy. Some of the best Iskall moments were when you and Mom were just having a banter and busting. I agree to this. I think that the podcasty style we did with the end busting was great. I would love to do more of that. Thumbnails, in my opinion, are not important as an episode title. I personally never look at thumbnails. I scroll through my subscription page without looking at username of videos titles only. Yeah, so video titles is the same for me as thumbnails. They go hand in hand. So what I do when I go to record a video is I think about, okay, the product of this video, so the thing that goes up on YouTube needs to have a title that's catchy, and it needs to have a thumbnail that matches it. Personally, though, when I watch a video, I think I look at titles more than thumbnails, personally. Yeah, I think that's true. The problem with a Let's Play, the problem when you play through a world over the course of a year or 2 years, is that you won't have a title every single week. Like you just won't. You know, this is not the breaking news reaction channel where you can find any random drama and just that's a great title, right? But you won't have that in a Let's Play. So it is difficult. Remember that the vast majority of Minecraft viewers are children. And children have low attention spans. They watch 3 minutes of a video, then click on something else. A lot of adults who watch your videos do so for the technical redstone aspects. So there needs to be a good balance between the two. I don't think this is true. I don't think this is true, you know? I don't think that every adult that watch my video... I mean, it's just phrased like that, right? I probably don't mean that. A lot of adults who watch your videos do so for the technical redstone aspects. I don't know if they do, because if they do, they'd probably watch someone who's better than me on redstone. I'm not great at redstone. I get around. And children with low attention spans, I mean, you're missing a big group here, the teenagers, right? I think that children up to 12, yeah, they have very low attention span. Teens do as well. We got TikTok. But if I would think about this point when I record a video, I would just get stressed and not do it, I think. A lot of the Twitch chat is saying that they don't watch it for the redstone and they're adults. It's also important to realize that if you're always collaborating with the same hermit and the viewers aren't a fan of that hermit, that could have a negative impact on your views or viewer attention. This applies to all YouTubers in general. So always a good idea to interact with different people as often as possible. Keep things fresh. And this is problematic, right? This is very problematic because no one said this when I was hanging out with Green and Mumbo. No one said this. No one said this. You know, instead they say you should do that more. And it's like real life. You have the, like, unless you want forced scripted content, you have your group of people that you hang out with that are your friends. So, I don't know. This just doesn't work realistically. Yeah, if you're making a Netflix product, sure, it should probably be variation and all of these things. But yeah, we're not. There's no shame in making a video where all you do is prep and gather resources and have a casual chat, like this video. Mumbo did it all the time during season 5. There's no pressure to have a shiny new build in every video. Prank videos, prep videos, farming videos, they all help break up the monotony of long seasons. Example, putting out a 15-minute ABBA caving video or a diamond mining video and having casual chat is better than no video at all. So what I've learned as being a YouTuber is that if you have videos that do significantly worse for whatever reason on your channel, that affects the recommendation of your videos. So you will fall out of, and I'm no longer being recommended by YouTube, but you will fall out of the scope of recommendations. And so the next video will not do as good. Does that make sense? So if I have episode 12, episode 13, 14, then episode 15 is not an episode 15, but it's like a 15-minute mining video or whatever. I don't think majority of my viewers want to see me go caving. Maybe you will say that you do, and maybe once in a blue moon. But if I do that as often as I have to go mining, then I don't think it would do good. Or chat videos. I feel like you would be doing you. But thank you so much for this comment, Zint. I feel like I would be doing you a disservice if I wasn't honest. But yeah, I'm disappointed in you not being on Hermitcraft at all, and have stopped watching your videos. I only clicked on this video because the title said Hermitcraft. Yeah, so okay, I wanted to get to these comments as well because otherwise it's tainted the wrong way. So this person feels like I have not been on Hermitcraft at all, which is a very valid emotion. And this is something that I think about a lot. So I did 35 episodes of the last season. I don't know how that stacks up to other hermits. If everyone did 100 episodes, I don't know. But to me, I was still there. But I think because I wasn't interacting with the bigger people as much or at all, I think you disappear very quickly. I think that the season was also very long, which is another thing that makes it feel like that. Grian had 50 episodes, someone is telling me. So episode number wise, yeah, I mean, I didn't do great in season 9. So this person has like actively decided that we shouldn't be watching Iskall. And that's fair enough. Like the emotion here is fair enough. They feel like I wasn't there at all. What if you made a subtitle version where instead of using your non-native language you speak Swedish and transcribe it to English? Yeah, that would not work. That would not work. And my English is not that bad. It's just that the issue is with me. The issue is with my brain. I shouldn't, like, you know, whatever. Just don't do all the retakes. Honestly, even though you may not have focused so much on Hermitcraft, but the community you created with Vault Hunts is unmatched. And the fact that you not only managed to develop an entire mod of your own, you also posted quite a few Hermitcraft episodes. I think you did good in balancing them, honestly. Thank you. Not to sound rude, but quitting Hermitcraft seems like career suicide. And one of the dumbest things you could do as a content creator. Yeah, YouTube's numbers are down, and yeah, Minecraft viewership is down, but Hermitcraft has one of the most recognizable brands of any active SMPs. The server is free content. I am dumb. I am stupid. Now I haven't quit Hermitcraft and I am joining season 10. But we gotta look at this from the perspective of that I considered leaving Hermitcraft. And you know what? Would it be good for my career? No. Was developing Vault Hunters good for my career? Absolutely not. It was a terrible career decision, you know? But I became a YouTuber. I quit my job as an international business traveler of doom because I loved and I love playing Minecraft and doing videos. The moment I don't, I gotta be honest with myself, you know? Career suicide, well, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're probably right. But I've never chased career. I've never chased fame. I've never chased money, ever. It's just not that important to me. I'm here for the laugh, for the joy, for the love, for the passion. If that passion doesn't exist, then I'll career suicide it. I think there are large confluence of factors that you are addressing in this video. For myself, I've lost interest in your content. YouTube recommended this one, and the title made me click. I've unsubscribed elsewhere. Let me tell you the way things felt for me. You had the sale of plushies. I bought your plushie. By the time it arrived, I had a chance to put it out in a place of pride for having supported you in Hermitcraft. You were leaving the server. I know they were not perfectly aligned, but that's pretty much how it felt. To me, monetary support is an investment in future content that aligns with what has come before. That aligns with why I would support a creator in the first place. I participated in a transaction and was burned by it. What? What? Joshua? This guy bought a plushie, and when the plushie arrived, great plushies, by the way, they were fantastic. That was towards the end of season 7, right? We took a break, and then season 8 started. I was part of season 8 in the beginning, and you feel like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Thank you for buying the plushie, by the way. We made zero profit on the plushies. The plushies were just a fun thing that we did. They Represent wanted to sell those plushies. This is just a separate thing. Represent, I just think it's funny that he mentions plushie. Represent wanted to sell them for $95 to give me profit. I said no, sell them for the lowest price you can with giving me zero profit, because they were so good. The plushies were so special. They were not like makeshift small plushies. They were like a real thing. So yeah, I'm really sorry that Joshua feels this way. I don't know what to say though. I don't fully understand it. Your decked out videos are the best videos I've watched on your channel and actually in Hermitcraft in general. That's crazy! I thought they were not that great, but thank you. It's funny as well because you put your own perspective in what kind of videos you watch, and personally, I don't know if anyone agrees with me. Please let me know down below in the comments, and Twitch chat can let me know live. Personally, I enjoy watching solo content more than I enjoy watching collaborative content. Isn't that crazy? I've always been like it. I spoke with Ethan about this a couple of weeks ago. I was like, dude, back in the days, like Minecraft Season 3, whenever you put a video out and you were collaborating with someone, I hated it. I was like, this is my Etho. I don't want him to be talking to Seth Bling. But yeah, I mean, I am obviously in minority here. I'm obviously in minority, but that's how I felt. I was like, no. Spend time with me, the viewer. Don't spend time with Seth Bling. It's my Etho. That's how I felt back in the days. And I said this to Etho, and he was laughing. He's like, yeah, I mean, you know, I think you got to do both. I think that you got to mix it up. I'm a little late to the party, but you're literally my favorite Minecraft YouTuber. Thank you, dude. I think the decline in your views is probably because of Vault Hunts, because not everybody was interested in modded content. But that doesn't mean it's you. I think it's just not everyone watching that, and that's fine. But I think an even more important thing for me sometimes, it felt like you felt obligated to make Hermitcraft videos. No, I did not. I will say, I know that this is what people's take will be. I never put a Hermitcraft video out that I wasn't excited to make. Never once. And the Hermitcraft people, like us hermits, I think this is a really good community, and this is behind the scenes that I want to let you guys know. Every single hermit, every single one, in my hiatus, in my break, in my burnout, and in Mambos, and in others, have been super supportive. Not a single time has anyone said, you know, you gotta put a video up, man. This is work. Put a video out. Never. What they have done instead is come and say, you know, I have this project. What do you think of this? Do you want to join in? And I think that's lovely. We are not a group. We aren't an office. Never has anyone pushed to for me to make content. And that's good. Recently I've started rewatching season 7 and realized how much more fun you seem to have in those videos in comparison to season 9. You even stopped laughing with your iconic laugh. To sum it up, don't feel pressured to make any kind of standard that would make you feel pressured to obligate to put out content. Instead, try to think of what you would enjoy making. Yeah. Yep, thank you. Please think about Project Country Road that everyone is talking about because of Scar. Like how everyone was together for the Empire story all in one base. How perfectly the Soup group made their base together. I would really love to see everyone together just having fun. I think that that this is a point where it's difficult when you have A, different time zones, B, different interests, and 3 different agendas of your episodes to always say like we should always build together. And here's a hard fact for everyone who says about collaborations all the time and stuff. I love it. I want to hang out with more people. But if you see it as a strictly YouTube thing, if every video I made and my base would be with Grian, let's say, just for an example, that would be terrible for me business-wise. Because everyone would watch Grian's perspective and no one would watch my perspective, you know? And so when you do a big content together, when you do like a big base together, if you're 5 people doing the same base, the chances are that those 5 people's views are going to be spread across, not across the 5 people's channels, but across the most popular among them. That's how it works. I don't think many people would go and rewatch the same content from another point of view inside Minecraft. I don't think that makes sense. I know I'm fairly late to this, but it's something most people know. If you are having fun, we are having fun. Yeah, I agree. I think everyone in this comment field, like no one has said, I don't want to watch you if you don't do a mega base, which is great to see, by the way. I don't usually comment, but I just wanted to add my voice to the throng of people, that's a large group, who aren't here for mega bases or thumbnails clickbait. I'm here for the silly little moments. I'm here for the little jokes, for the Iskall man, for the Kerai farms, and for all the names you give your family members. Someone ought to list that at some point. So we're going to take all the names that I've just pooped out. Oh, it's funny. I like that. We got Tommy, we got Kenny, Danny, Rupert. I can't do it. Rodney, Bobby, Bob. If the storyline doesn't go a direction you like, that's okay. Yeah, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Something that we have done on the Hermitcraft server that I don't think is great is these huge story arcs that, in my opinion, like this is just me. I know that it's probably good for the majority of viewers, specifically the younger audience. But I don't find that, like, people keep telling me, do what you think is fun, do what you want to do. I didn't want to participate in these big scripted, written storylines, not because they're bad, but because I don't see my place in them. I don't watch any of your Vault Hunter content, not because it's bad, but because it's not my thing. You should, Fat. You can love it. But at the same time, I have drifted from Hermitcraft community this year anyway. Personally, I would have preferred more Hermitcraft episodes, but I'm definitely not disappointed with you. Thank you, sir. Just hearing about your effort put into Vault Hunts and the Hermitcraft episodes you have released shows how much work you put in. Thank you, dude. Some ideas for next season. Here we go. Start out confining yourself to X chunks. I've actually thought about this. I had the idea very briefly, and it's still in my head, like, okay, what if you live in one chunk? But then the problem is, what if 2 weeks later I'm like, no, you know what? I don't want to live in this chunk no more. Then I'm screwed. Then I'm just screwed, you know? So I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea though. Anything, and many times I think about this. I have another idea for season 10. Let me know what you think about this too. What about adding like vault modifiers to myself, to my episodes? So like the episode has a modifier saying you cannot use a pickaxe in this episode. I think that would be hilarious. I think that would be so fun. And I'd have to go to other hermits to get my, you know, my stone dug out. Or to get my coal. It would be like a season-wide hermit challenges. This is, by the way, this is my strongest idea so far for season 10 to make it funny. And like you cannot place, you can only place wood blocks this episode. It would be an episode modifier. And then of course I have to solve these things by using other hermits. The only problem with that is that the only one online when I'm usually online is stress, and it would probably get old quickly for we'll see. That's my current idea for season 10. I like this whole, the way you're thinking here, Mario. I like that. Just be realistic with yourself. Do you want to play vanilla Minecraft for a lot of time, or do you want to develop and have fun with Vault Hunters? I guess as your videos, watchers, or otherwise content enjoyer, my advice is to do whatever you like, but do it as a whole. Just be honest with yourself. I feel like I've been very honest with myself. That's why I only have 35 episodes. Like, I am very honest with myself. That's the problem, right? I'm not a machine. I'm not a Hollywood, you know. I don't produce content for the sake of producing content. I used to watch every episode you put out, but life has been a bit crazy. Yeah, fair enough. I also think, like, something that I should have put more weight on is after COVID sort of fizzled out a little bit, after we got released from our homes, I think people did the opposite. Like, they wanted to get out, and I think that's normal. I think you, Stress Monster, and Wells Knight need to consider quitting to make room for people who are going to dedicate the time needed for Hermitcraft. There are other creators out there who are going to focus their effort on Hermitcraft, and it just seems like you've grown past Hermitcraft and need to focus your energy on other things. Yeah, okay, fair enough. We don't have a cap on the Hermitcraft group, by the way, on amount of people allowed to be part. You don't kick someone to add someone new. That's not how it works. Iskall, you are the epitome of Hermitcraft. You are Hermitcraft royalty. You have done so much for Hermitcraft. I'm angry. Pendulum, thank you, dude. This is the funny thing though, right? Like people will not put any value on history. People do not put value on the fact that I've been on Hermitcraft for, you know, 8 years. I've been on Hermitcraft for 8 years in February. 8 years! It's not like I've not done anything the last 2 seasons. It's just not been that great for me. But all in all of these comments are changing the way I look at making my videos for the better. I honestly think that I need to stop overthinking, stop overcutting. You know, it's fine. I don't know if I have the right to say this, but the creation of gaming YouTube video before has always been about showing people of the world on how you enjoy the game. The content is always secondary unless if making YouTube videos is your only way of living. Nowadays, where people are flooded with trash contents, it's rare to find a YouTuber who pursues the enjoyment of a game and has a dedicated fan base. That means Iskall is doing a great job and is not washed up. Okay? And Iskall's thought process on how raw video streaming gives him joy shows the legitimacy of what he's doing, and it contains the essence of early YouTube era where genuine content are abundant. The only challenge Iskall is facing right now is how to answer the cries of his fan base and integrate them on what he enjoys doing. Anyways, wishing everyone a happy new year for those who finished reading this. Thank you, Sluff. What a nice comment. What a nice guy. I like watching you. I like your off-the-cuff live streams. What does off-the-cuff mean? I don't know. As well as your edited videos. I don't like heavily modded Minecraft. You can call me a hater, but I don't think people ever hated you, or English flubs, or anything else. We miss you. Try to not burn out. I'd never call this guy a hater. Never. You're not a hater. You're a, you know, You're an honest guy. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, most of these comments are really nice, and I really appreciate it. I think this is the essence, captures it all. Stop striving to make quote unquote perfect videos. I agree. Like, I'm an idiot, and I should continue to be an idiot. I think that's the point. I really like the fact that people enjoyed the honesty, and I've always been honest with myself. That's why I'm in this situation, or that's what led to this situation. And I'm going to continue to be honest to myself. And I'm excited to do Hermitcraft Season 10. Very excited. And as I say, I think my goal is going to be, I'm not going to have a plan. I'm not going to set a plan with you guys in episode 1. And that's it. I'm just going to do. Because that is what I enjoy the most. Of course, there's going to be plans of builds and pallets and all of these things. But I'm just going to do. I'm not going to live in other people's bases because I think that would be a ticket to get kicked. It's going to be fun. And to whoever watches this and would worry for a second that I'm taking up a potential other content creator space on Hermitcraft, that is not how the Hermitcraft server operates. It has never been, and it will never be. There's no cap.